Peter Schrager is in the building, fresh off the set of Good Morning Football, kind enough to join us. Schrags, we got to start with the state of the franchise last year because you came in like a WWE wrestler, stole the show. How much fun did you have that night with the faithful and the rest of the organization?
I had such a good time, and it was so genuine because at the time, Jimmy Garoppolo had just been signed to the big contract. Jerick McKinnon was fresh off his deal. Joe Staley and Mike McGlinchey were busting balls together. DeForest Buckner's talking about his dog. And I had such a good time. Those fans came out. They were ready to party. It was almost like, forget state of the franchise. It was like a welcoming to 2018 Niners. Here we go. And all that optimism and all that excitement, well, things didn't turn out as hoped. But there's optimism and excitement again. Here we go, you know?
And that's what I was going to ask you, because last year you were leading the hype train. You were getting it going. You were the conductor. And so where are you now? Where is your temperature on what's happening in San Francisco going into 2019?
They need more players. Like, there was a lot of injuries, and I know Kyle would not want to hear about injuries, and John Lynch doesn't want to hear about injuries because every team deals with injuries. But need a receiver. Like, Dante Pettis showed flashes, but you need some weapons. Like, you need to score points in this league. And I thought Nick Mullins was awesome based on expectations. And then that Thursday night game is like an all-time cool moment for for Niners fans. We're going up against the Raiders, and here comes Nick Mullins off the street, and tremendous. But it's not going to win an NFC West title with the roster you guys had last year, and it's not going to win an NFC West title because you have to win in shootouts. And that offense just can't do that right now, so they have to add weapons this offseason.
Looking at free agency, not a ton of huge names there. There are some on the defensive side of the ball in terms of pass rushers, but are we through the days of ever seeing one of those guys actually hit the open market?
It's not going to ever be Julio Jones is a pure free agent. Do we go get Julio? Like, because, yes, Kyle would go get Julio. Like, that's not a question. The question is, do you spend a lot of money and bring in a Golden Tate? Do you spend a lot of money and bring in a Tyrell Williams? And then it's like, does the fan base get excited about Tyrell Williams? I don't know, but like that's where you're at in free agency right now. But then do you explore the trade market? Do you call up the Giants and say, you know what, screw it? Like, the Rams went and got Brandon Cooks last year for a first-round pick. We'll give you a first-round pick. Give us Odell Beckham. Or do you call the Steelers and say, I know he's 31 and he seems mad and angry, but maybe a fresh start is good for Antonio Brown. I feel like I'm pretty connected with the 49ers, so me saying this might have some weight, but like it comes from me. It's not from those guys. But I would entertain a call to those two teams. I would consider seeing who else is malcontent elsewhere, because until the Niners bring in a couple wide receivers, maybe another running back, I know Jet's going to be back, and give Kittle some help, I feel like this team is never going to get over the hump until they add the offensive weapons.
Only adding to the intrigue, Schrags. Appreciate you, man.
We gotta sell this thing. So yeah, it's going to get crazy.